Quieren tirarme la mala sabiendo que yo me jodí por lo mío. De la isla le encantó salir, por eso estoy ready para el desafío.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So who is Omar? You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
I feel like I'm a person with many names, many faces.
Okay.
In terms of that, Omar is the character and the person that actually puts the words that I want to say sometimes in real life. Um, Music allows me to speak in a certain way that I can do it. Me on a human base, I guess.
Okay.
When the fans listen to me, they understand that point of view, and I'm not the only one going through this. Pretty much, I guess we can say that.
Okay. So you're an aspiring artist. You create music.
Try to.
So what type of music do you do?
I'm a little bit on the do a little bit of everything. Started mainly with Spanish. That was my main focus. My vocabulary is actually expanded on that.
Okay.
But now switching it up. I am going through a little phase where English is being introduced in it. So now I'm R&B, a little bit of love, more feeling, something that I have never done before. So yeah.
Okay. So Omar is a local aspiring artist. He creates music. He lives here within our community, right here in Worcester, Mass. How long have you been doing music for, Omar?
Started writing music when I was 11 years old. Um, Trauma, because that's how we all started. I pretty much expressed myself through music, and it's been a couple years. So
What
now,
would you say inspired you to do music?
it's a good question. I will say the fact that I'm not alone in this, and people can actually relate,
Okay.
and I try to do music in a general point where everybody like I've gone through that.
Okay.
You know, enjoying my music and feeling related in a type of way inspired me a lot because I know I'm not the only one.
Okay. What motivates you to keep going?
Life, life, it's hard out there, and waking up, being thankful to that. Like I said, a simple high will change anybody else's life. You don't know what people go back to, so that motivates me to send a message. You know, I
So
want
you feel
everybody.
like
Yeah.
you feel like your music is relatable.
Oh yeah. Try to at least in every single for every. You know, if you're happy, I know one of my music will touch you. If you're angry, upset, I have that song. I try to hit every point.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do for fun? You know,
Ooh.
what does your personal life look like?
Very private on that aspect, but I'm an anime fan. That's my
Anime
main time.
lovers.
We're not getting into this because it's gonna be a longer video, but I do music is pretty much my passion. Um, Music editing, video editing, picture editing. I do it all. It's but aside from that, I'm a family man first. You know, that's pretty much what keeps me going.
Okay. And I see that you have dream music. What is dream music?
Ooh. That is something that I had since I was actually a little kid. It stick to me still to today. For most, music will only be a dream,
Okay.
and for others, music is their dream. So it's a double blade. For others, it's only a dream. For others, you know. So I wanted to be more out there, something that to show that we can do this.
Okay. So it's like your label, your brand. What is dream music?
Right now is a music label that I started, of course, but I wanted to be a message of go for it. This is something that I wanted, and independently, I started it. It's hard, but it can be done.
So how did you go about starting dream music? How do you start? What made you want to create your own music label? And what did that look like for you getting to that point?
Honestly, it all starts with the one and um, wanted to send a message, wanted to connect with people, wanted to be a part of somebody without even getting to know each other. Just send a message, I guess.
Okay. So as an artist, what type of moods you like to write in? Like, what's your favorite mood to write?
Hmm. I I like to write in every type of mood. For example, when I'm pissed off is my favorite mood
Okay.
because if I can tolerate my own voice and my own music, I can. Anybody can.
Okay.
In terms of if you're happy, there's a happy song. If you're sad, there's your sad song. For example, I know you got your couples that the go tos. I try to balance all of them in those type of moods, and if I can tolerate them, they're pretty good.
Okay. So as an artist, what makes you different?
Mm. Yeah, a minute. Um, let me take a shot for this one.
In the world we live in today,
Yes.
there's
Um,
definitely enough for everyone to eat. But I feel like a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs always run into the aspect of I'm doing this, but A, B, and C person is doing that as well. And then it makes us nervous. But everyone's gonna be different and have their own sense of personality.
of course. I think that is my problem. I don't do that. Um, I don't care what he or she said. I go based on me, what I feel like is right, what I feel like is what anybody can relate.
Okay.
You know, I'm not all with the whole trend, and I'm not. I should. I'll probably go bigger, but it's. I feel like when it's my time, it's my time. I'll be waiting for it.
Okay. So one of your songs is bipolar. Why that song? What made you write that song? What is it about?
Hmm. Bipolar. The way I interpreted it was more define it in not as me being. It's more like let me see how I explain this. People said I'm intimidated, um, mean face, me mugging. Instead of you calling me names, I just consider myself bipolar. I don't socialize with anybody. I don't, you know, my circle is very small. So if you want to call me anything, call me bipolar.
I feel that. I feel that. Another popular song you have is Aclarimiento.
Aclaramiento.
What is that song? Why that song?
Um, that is actually a song that I did years ago. I'm looking at it as an awakening. I went through a phase where I was hurt. Um, my life changed completely, and that was my awakening point. So pretty much, it's a different point of view. We can be standing next to each other, and somehow we have a different point of view of life. So that's pretty much the awakening, where I want to see. It's time for me to see things my way.
Okay. So, if you could work with any big artists, who would you like to work with?
Hmm. Uh, Russ, for sure.
Shout out to Russ. I love Russ, one of my favorite artists. Yes.
NF, for sure. English artists, for sure. Lil Wayne. But that's high up there. Spanish artists. Um, my motivation pretty much Didi, um, Almighty, probably Cocoyola. So like I don't listen to a lot, but I do have my favorites. So let's go with
Okay.
those.
Would you say that they inspire you as far as when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to music?
Didi was a big part of the influence. Don Omar, of course. So
Okay. Collabs. Do you have any collabs coming up? You have any aspiring collabs you would like to collab with?
I would like to collab. Um, but I am very strict with my work. I don't. I did the mistake to collab and things didn't go as I wanted to. But I do have a couple collabs out, and I got probably 1 or 2 projects coming out on the way. But yes, I'm definitely open minded to collaboration. I just, like I said, I'm very strict. I'm very organized with my work, and I like to see professionalism, not just the show of it.
So, would you say, so you're saying that you're open to collaboration, like even with local artists?
Of course, we have to.
And this, my friend, is why we shine light on local entrepreneurs, because this is where you connect and meet people. Now, where do you think you would see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now?
Honestly, I would like to open my studio to everyone. I would like to give the chance that I found myself. I would like to open my studio up and with a better purpose. Sorry to say I don't like this new generation music, but I would like music with more meaning, more establishment, more point of view, better definition.
Okay. Where would you like to see yourself grow with this music industry? As far as like for yourself as a creative, as an artist, as a local artist.
I'll leave that in God's hand. What I want to be comfortable. I want to be enough to get the ball rolling.
So you're saying that you want to grow
Yes, of
with
course.
this music industry. And how long have you been doing this for?
The way I'm doing it now independently, about 3 years. Before I used to deal with managers, and that was not the best way to go. But now independently, about 3 years. About
How do you feel about taking people under your wing? Any aspiring local artists? Let's say there's local artists that are young and maybe are into the Spanish side of music and wants to grow. Would you consider bringing them into your music label and, like kind of like
of course,
nurturing them?
of course. Like I said, I'm very open minded to the whole concept of collaboration or even helping somebody. I like to see growth. I like to see the process. Give the hand out. That's how you spread. That's how you get connections. I believe more in connection than money. Connection gets you more farther. So
Mhm. Okay. So do you have anything new? Anything coming soon that you would like to let the people know?
I actually do. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got 12 new songs coming out.
12.
12 new songs.
12. When was the
Um,
last time you released a song
January 2nd.
of this year?
Yes.
Okay.
So now everything is going to be totally different. English is going to be a part of all these new songs coming out. Yeah, that's where I'm going. There's going to be more. There's going to be more of me, more videos, more of everything. I'm trying to keep it more alive. I need to be more on social media, so that's what I'm going for.
Okay. We love that. If you had any advice to give to any local artists, any upcoming or interested artists, what would that be?
Put your music out. Put your music out. You saving it in the gallery, it's not going to do anything. Do one song, do 600 videos to it. That one that you're sleeping on might be the best one. That might be the one that catches the attention. And go for it.
All right. Well, that's all, folks. This is Omar,
Thank you.
Dream Music Label. Stay tuned for 12 new songs being released very soon. About to build Worcester in the map, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Mi familia me da fortaleza, mi equipo es el único que le confío. Estoy ready pa' todo lo que venga, es el próximo yo, nuevo nacido. Yo sigo facturando, yo sigo en la mía. Cabrones me tiran la mala y no salen conmigo ni en los malos días. Sigo facturando, de noche y de día. La familia tiene que comer, yo contra el mundo es otro nivel. Yo sigo facturando.